Now, types of light rays propagating in optical fiber cable. Types of light rays propagating in optical fiber cable. So, there are three different types of light rays propagating in optical fiber cable. They are axial light rays, meridional light rays, and skew rays. What is the axial ray? So, as the name itself it is indicating, the light ray which is propagating along the axis of the fiber. The light rays traveling along the axis of the fiber, those light rays are the axial rays. And next one is the meridional light ray. Let us consider optical fiber cable. This is the core medium. This core is surrounded by cladding medium. Here core refractive index is N1, cladding refractive index is N2. And now draw the fiber axis. This is the fiber axis. And draw a normal to the surface of separation. This is free space and this is the optical fiber cable. Draw the surface of separation between the two mediums. And now this is the center of the fiber axis. That is the center of the fiber axis. If the light ray enters exactly at the center of the fiber axis, if the light ray enters exactly at the center of the fiber axis, that light ray is called as the meridional light ray. Whenever you focus the optical source, from the optical source so many light rays are coming out. So the light rays which are entering exactly at the center of the fiber axis, those light rays are the meridional light rays. And these meridional light rays, they follow the zigzag path. So now up to this is the air medium. Whenever the light ray enters into the core medium, this light ray will undergo the refraction in the core medium. And here again you see here there is a change in medium. So this line is the surface of separation between core and cladding. So whenever there is a change in medium, if this angle is equal to critical angle, it will graze the surface of separation. If this angle is greater than critical angle, the light ray will be totally internally reflected within the core medium. And again here at this, again this is the core cladding interface. Again this light ray will maintain the critical angle at this normal. Again this light ray will undergo total internal reflection. So in this way, the light ray which enters into the optical fiber cable will continuously undergo the total internal reflections and it follows the zigzag path. The meridional light rays, they follow the zigzag path by means of the total internal reflection. So these light rays are the meridional light rays. So see here, all these meridional light rays, they are confined to the core medium. All the light rays are confined to the core medium only. No light ray is entering into the cladding medium because it is maintaining the critical angle condition at core cladding interface. So such type of meridional light rays are called as the bounded meridional light rays. If the meridional light rays are confined to the core medium, those light rays are called as the bounded meridional light rays. Suppose let us assume here this light ray is not maintaining critical angle condition at core cladding interface. If this angle is less than critical angle, then this light ray will be bent in the cladding surface. The light ray will bend in the cladding medium. So here light ray will travel in the cladding medium, which leads to the loss of information. So here if the light rays are not confined to the core medium and enters into the cladding medium, those light rays are called as the unbounded meridional light rays. And similarly, there are some other light rays which are not entering exactly at the center of the fiber axis. Other than that, they are entering at some other place. The optical fiber cable, this is the core medium. Draw the fiber axis, and this core is surrounded by cladding whose refractive index is N2. And now draw the normal to the surface of separation, and this is the center of the core axis. And if the light ray enters at a place which is other than the center of the core axis, this is the center of the core axis, light ray enters here. This is the center of the core axis, and the light ray is entering here. So if the light rays enter at a place which is other than the center of the fiber axis, that light ray is called as the skew ray. The light rays that enter into the optical fiber cable at a place other than the center of the fiber axis, they are the skew rays. And these skew rays, they follow the helical path while propagating in the optical fiber. So whether it is confined in the if the light, whether it is the meridional light ray or skew ray, these light rays must be confined to the core medium for the proper propagation of the signal. But here meridional light rays, they are following the zigzag path, and meridional light rays, they are following zigzag path. Skew rays, they are following the helical path. And if these skew rays confined to the core medium, they are the bounded skew rays, and if the skew rays are not confined to the core medium, they are the unbounded light rays. So in this way, there are different types of light signals: axial light rays, bounded meridional light rays and unbounded meridional light rays, bounded skew rays and unbounded skew rays. Here you can see the light propagation in the optical fiber cable. So this is the optical fiber cable. This yellow colored one, this is representing the core medium. This core is surrounded by cladding medium. Core refractive index is N1, that is the denser one, and the cladding is the rarer medium whose refractive index is N2. And so from these diagrams we can clearly understand what is the axial ray, what is the meridional ray, and what is the skew ray. Observe this diagram. This is the optical fiber cable. Yellow colored one is representing the core medium, which is surrounded by cladding medium, and the fiber axis, which is nothing but the center of the core. So fiber axis is also called as the core axis. If any light ray travels along the fiber axis, that light ray is the axial light ray. And if any light ray enters exactly at the center of the core axis, that is the meridional light ray. And this meridional light ray, it follows the zigzag path along the length of the fiber. And come to this skew rays. This is the fiber, and this is the fiber axis or core axis, and the light ray enters at a point which is other than the center of the fiber axis. If light ray enters here, that will become the meridional light ray, but here the light ray is entering at a point which is other than the core axis, which is nothing but the skew ray. So these skew rays, they undergo several number of total internal reflections, and it follows the helical path in the optical fiber cable. So here meridional light ray is following the zigzag path, skew ray is following the helical path while it is propagating in the optical fiber cable. And here in skew ray, it will undergo several number of total internal reflections. At each reflection point, here you can see this is one reflection point, this is one reflection point, this is one, this is one. If you see the cross-sectional view of the skew ray propagation, then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, these are the reflection points. At each reflection point, it is maintaining an angle 2 gamma. So let us consider angle between this ray and this normal. This is gamma. Angle between the same normal and this light ray, this is another gamma. So at each reflection point, what is the angle? So at each reflection point, the skew ray is maintaining an angle 2 gamma. So here the skew ray changes its direction at each reflection point by an angle 2 gamma. Once again I am repeating, the skew ray changes its direction at each reflection point by an angle equal to 2 gamma.